William Troost-Ekong. William, delighted to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me today.
How's life so far in Qatar?
Yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I mean, it's only been about 10 or 11 days, but it's been everything I expected it to be, probably better. I'm really enjoying the club, how everything's been organised, and life in Doha is amazing as well.
How keen are you into technology?
I mean, as keen as one can be. I mean, of course, I try to go with the times. I mean, walking around here in the Web Summit has been so many great things to see. But I'm not a complete technology freak. I'm quite old school with some things, but I always try to keep up to speed and make sure that I know that my kids are, what they're up to and what they're going to be into in a few years as well.
When you look around Web Summit, what are you most curious to get away from this experience?
I think just meeting the people. I think there's a lot of interesting people here, open-minded people, and I'm trying to learn as much as I can. So I mean, there's so much to look at and to see. So it's a very exciting place to be.
William, your international carbon-neutral transfer or move from England to Italy in 2023 with Sochito was groundbreaking. What did you learn from this process?
I think there was so much for me to learn about the green space, about eco-friendly brands, but also just my carbon footprint. It's something that I've been trying to invest my time in a little bit more. And I think as football and sport as a whole, there's so much that we can improve in. So for me, this was like a case study that we used to show what is possible within the transfer world or in the football world. And hopefully it would be something that other clubs and players would adopt, but something that can be implemented across football in general. Because of course we think about longevity and the future of the next generation being able to enjoy the same things that we're enjoying now. So that was the whole idea behind it, and I think we managed to ruffle some feathers and people got thinking about it. So it was a great thing to do, and we've managed to do that ever since with all the other transfers we've done as well.
Sustainability, as you may know, can feel overwhelming. What's the one change or anything that actually players can make, or simple change players can make, and that really actually matters?
Yeah, I think it starts with the education part and understanding the information, because like you said, it can feel so overwhelming, when you think about as a person how insignificant you can feel in the grand scheme of things. As players it does as well. So for me, through Sochito I managed to educate myself better and understand what we can do to improve sustainability. And of course, as football players, we have platforms like beIN here and beIN Sport to talk about these things, and hopefully we can also share that information with other people. But in general, I think it's about the global impact of football. So we have way more fans than we have football players. But as a football player, I think you have a great way to reach out to those fans and be able to share the information. And I think once we can all kind of do our bit in everyday life, simple things, just thinking about being mindful how we travel, what we do, and how we enjoy football as a sport, then we can really make a huge impact. So that's the idea behind it, but it starts with education.
I have to talk about the Super Eagles. Nigeria finished third at AFCON 2026. What did that tournament tell you about this generation of Super Eagles?
No, I was really proud. Of course, for me, it felt a little bit strange to watch the tournament from a distance. A team that I've seen being assembled, to have been captain of that team for such a long time was really amazing. But it felt like it was a great moment for the team to progress. We saw some new leaders stand up and really take action. So I was so proud of the team. I thought they had a great display from start to finish. In my opinion, might have been the favourites to win the tournament, but it's always very difficult when you play against the host nation. They did themselves proud, and I think it's very promising to see, because most of the players that we saw there, we're going to be seeing them in the years to come. I think I was one of the older ones with 32, but there's still a lot of players that have a chance to play multiple AFCONs after this. So in my opinion, the team's only going to get better and better.
AFCON, as many you know, is moving to a 4-year cycle. Do you think that helps the competition grow, or does it lose some of its magic?
I think there's two sides to it. I mean, there's always the issues that the players have with their clubs being, leaving middle of the season. It's very demanding, the AFCON. Of course, the change of climate, a lot of players play in Europe and then they come back home to Africa to play. But at the same time, it's always been so exciting and such a spectacle. So I feel a bit mixed about it, because part of me thinks it's a shame that it's not on every 2 years, because I love being involved with it, but also watching it. But the other side, I think it also gives the tournament some more time to prepare, and maybe it will improve the prestige and how it gets viewed in the world a little bit better. Because for me, AFCON is a special tournament, one of the best things that happens in football, in sport. So hopefully it will increase the value of the tournament.
George Weah is still the only African Ballon d'Or winner. What needs to change for Africa to produce another Ballon d'Or winner?
I think we're on the right track. We've seen some of my teammates like Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman being nominated for Ballon d'Or and being amongst the best players in Africa. But in general, I think there's so much talent in Africa. In Nigeria, it's unspeakable to say how many players are there. For every Victor Osimhen that we know, there will be so many undiscovered gems. So the next big thing is the pathways and creating opportunities for the kids. Because the talent is definitely there. I just think there can be a lot of ways that the infrastructure can be improved, and also pathways just for the players to be able to display their talent. And sooner or later, I think we're going to see the next Ballon d'Or winner coming out of Africa again.
Okay. You once said there is an art in knowing when to step away. What gave you clarity that the time was right to retire?
It was a difficult decision. I mean, after 10 years, Super Eagles was such an important part of my life. I loved playing for the team every minute. To be the captain of the team was, one of the biggest honours I've had in my life. So I think it was something about seeing how the team was developing. Maybe my own selfish ambitions. I wanted to prolong my playing career as long as possible. I was away from family a lot, so there's some things that you have to weigh up at a certain point. But most of all, I felt that the generation of players that we see now, especially the defenders, Calvin Bassey, we have Benjamin Fredericks, Shemi Ajayi, great players that were ready to kind of take the next step. And also within the team, we had a player like Wilfred Ndidi step up now and be a fantastic captain. There's something graceful, I think, about leaving at the right time. And I felt like the team was ready for that next step. So it was difficult because selfishly, of course, you want to be part of that forever. But yeah, you have to choose your moments. And I'm so proud of everything I've managed to be a part of and achieve together with that group.
The Trussycom Foundation has become a big part of your legacy. What impact are you most proud of so far?
So far, probably is creating the accessibility to education and sport. So spending so much time in Nigeria, you really get to see the inequality and the difficulties for young children to dream and just having basic needs. So there's several orphanages that we work with, but also football teams, trying to create partnerships and long, sustainable relationships that we can, again, create pathways. And it's such a fulfilling thing. So for me, it's been a real pleasure now for 2 years to kind of be on that journey with the foundation. Everything was new for me, to set up a charitable foundation, to be able to chair that, to put the right people in place. But most importantly, now I still have a voice to make great partnerships and collaborations with organisations that can help make that a long-term thing, because there's so much you can do whilst you're playing. But yeah, it's been great to see that we've had some great partners coming on. And really exciting stuff to come up as well in the next year. So I'm hoping that we're going to have a lot of kids that will go on to live their dream, whether it be in football, sport, or anything they want to do, but just creating opportunities.
After playing, William, in several countries, how do you rate the QSL compared to other leagues you've experienced or played?
Yeah, it's so different, and also difficult to say. I mean, I've only been here for such a short time. But the QSL seems really exciting to me. I was excited about the whole league, the project, the proposal. Of course, Ahli is a historic club. So yeah, it's great to see also players who've had a rich background and great experience in different leagues to be here. And also the development of everything that's happened since the World Cup. So QSL is exciting to be part of now. And for this moment in my career, I think it's a perfect step. It's not really comparable to maybe the Premier League or the Serie A, just because the atmosphere can be slightly different. But at the same time, the infrastructure and everything that's in place here is amazing, and really excited to be a part of.
So you see yourself staying in Qatar long term?
Yeah, I think the exciting part is that there's also so much to do off the field. My main focus here is to play football. That's the reason I'm here, and I want to achieve a lot with Ahli. But at the same time, being here at the Web Summit and loads of other things that also give me the opportunity to explore the other part of my life, which is now maybe the transition period I'm in. It's also really good because Doha is an epicenter and like a hub, a world hub. So a lot of opportunities, a lot of ways to meet amazing people, but also to think about life beyond football.
Could coaching be part of your next chapter?
I've thought about it. I mean, as being the captain, someone who speaks a lot on the field, people always kind of say, are you going to get your coaching license? But I'm not sure if that's really my calling. I love development of talent and being involved in the football organisation. But I also really like the business part of it, the media. So who knows, I might be able to find a different kind of role, but I'll definitely be involved in football.
William, I'm going to say it in Dutch. Veel dank. Veel succes.
Dankjewel.
Thank you so much.